Well, I guess hello everyone there. Back again. It's my stuff, kind of like set of things that I regularly regularly do and go into my English speaking practice, and that's actually my apartment, nicest one. And let's just see what I have for today. Let's just do blah 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 and stuff. You know what I'm saying? You all know how it goes down, right? And if I ask, and let's just bring something new into this conversation, and just I don't know, maybe I tend to make like some filler sounds, and just not to be so over concentrated about my uncommon speech, and just to in a natural way as it goes in my native language. And I'm not big about inventing some point oriented things to speak about. If you're if you've been watching my channel for a long while, probably you're on the picture of what's cooking here and how it's cooking and the way it goes. And why to ask again, and just I don't know, making those wrong sounds with and stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm just getting more used to the mood and to the ambience of the English language itself, American version of one, because I've been reported recently that I had American accent, which I actually tend to do, but I'm not sure that I was like sounding like a Native American. Let's just put this stuff behind us, because I don't want to just to rant about me being immersed in the purest version of the American accent, which I regularly do, and I hope that I do, and that's how it's like things go in my life, and through all the period that I'm practicing my without been practicing my English, and I do what I follow Native American news channels, and while listening to those speeches, I'm kind of like feel like I'm dissolving there, and I dive there, I swim there, and I have actually no boundaries as for my American beloved English, and that's things that I adore to do, and I made just wrong sounds within those minutes. Please forgive me, and I'm only learning about my English, and for today, I would say that I've been to our big venue, and we were all lit peeps there. It goes without saying, right? And we were doing what? We were proposed to play that Jeopardy game called Jeopardy, but I don't still fucking know why it's called Jeopardy game. Because when we are not about to jeopardize anyone in that nice premise, and no one was in the fear of something, or just being exposed to some mishaps to come, you know what I'm saying? Not at all. Just we were sitting nicely and gaily there, and actually having fun, a lot of fun I should say, and that's how it's always been. And why to call that game Jeopardy game, I don't know, I would call it kind of like trivia stuff, you know what I'm saying? And just to maybe I would rename it somehow, and I would just propose the new name just for that nicest game. And the game itself is pretty interesting, let alone saying that it's kind of very simple and even corny, but still it brings some more new things on our minds, into the points for our considerations while being there in that venue. And I tell you what, regularly we play that Jeopardy game once in a while. Let's say every fourth time we play that game, and the pretty nicest one. And it goes like what? It goes like, see, we have a spreadsheet written on the blackboard, and there are some questions, and there are some points related to those questions, and the questions rated by points, and points go in columns, and they're also rated by categories horizontally, and those lines with categories on the top of the table, they related to the categories of those questions, and both those ratings by categories and by points make the whole picture of that game. And the more sophisticated question you pick, the bigger amount of points you're about to be given, and that kind of like natural desire to get more, and that pulls you, and that behooves you to choose the toughest category and the toughest question in terms of the amount of points you're about to be given by answering the right question to that particular question rated by those categories and points, you know what I'm saying. And we played, and who won? We won. Our team won, and I was in that team, and I actually didn't give any fucking right answer as I remember, and the only thing I did was like those, I gave kind of random replics about the random stuff that was pitched there, and at the moment, I mean, and those replics were just maybe corny and sounding wrong as a regular do, and I can actually say that I more care about my speaking just practices, not just something like thinking about something nonsense within those sessions of getting together there, and just I'm a like kind of guy that tends to speak, and regardless of the subjects, you know what I'm saying. That's why. But along with that, I should confess that I like pretty kind of like educatory and enlightening stuff to be given to our consideration, you know what I'm saying. And again, I've been always so big about knowing new things and getting to know new materials and stuff as those things come to us, to our understanding, I should say, to our minds. And on our completion of that nicest game called Trivia, by my version of calling that game, and by completing all the issues that are related to the Jeopardy game, we are just having nicest time listening to Native Americans spoke Russian, and that was cool. They all just do pretty good Russian, but regarding the time of their residence, for how long do they live in our country, regarding that time, and taking that into account, I should say that most of them, they sound really good, even those who didn't live here for a long while, or just maybe, I don't know, maybe 3 or a couple of months, and regarding that, they speak pretty good language. And those ones who has lived here for a long while, let's say for a year or even more, those ones, they speak pretty impeccable version of my own language. And I kind of came up to that friend of mine whose name, there are a lot of friends of mine, and they're all my friends actually: Daniel, Miles, Ansel, Ben, and Caitlin. And this time I came up to Miles and Benjamin and Daniel after those ones, and I asked questions about my English, what I wanted to clarify, and I was given the answers to my questions questions again. Let's put it this way: I know I do wrong sounds all the time, but I'm only learning, and the more mistakes I do, the more impeccable my English becomes. And that mistakes related stuff, that is kind of like the part of the process itself, and no one can move forward without making mistakes. Only those ones, so then you make them, then you just realize then you're on the right track, because you're just pulling your abilities to a higher points, and you're stretching yourself in a way not to be comfortable in this so-called comforting zone. And if you are residing in comforting zone, the zone of your comfort, then you will never get over that hump. And that just pretty obvious to me, and needs no any longer explanations or just convincing stories about that at all. I'm pretty sure by myself, and just who practice those ones know what to call right things, what to call wrong things in terms of learning processes for our second or whatever to be it would be in sequence languages. We are learning on, and we learn, I should say, not learn on, but work on, not learn on, work. And I use this phrase, learn on, automatically without any just side thoughts, because I can give a replic in there and about the Nolan's projects, and I said, I was like, that guy always works on Nolan's projects, and Nolan's projects, I mean Interstellar and Inception movies, which were released recent years, I should say, and yes, I'm fucking even don't regard my just speech as something like extra. It's just the regular thing that I do time by time, and I tend to do my speaking missions more often in order to just not to get disaccustomed of the way I speak. And the more you speak, the more deep your mind is getting used to the language itself, and when the moment of switching between languages comes, when you don't feel that just like switch inside you only feel the flow of language you want to be in and you want to be immersed in, and that just goes to your mind automatically and dissolves into your backbone without translation, without interpreting, you know what I'm saying? And but that takes time. And if you all my viewers out there, you all have what it takes. I mean, you have all the tools needed to learn your second language, then do that, and you'll be feeling good about that with time. The more you learn your unfamiliar things, the more those ones kind of soothe your brain after being learned, you know what I'm saying? And the more you learn, the more your mind becomes relaxed and more soothed and comfortable while just doing your second language related speech. And you are not about to be just very over concentrated when the moment of switching between languages comes, and that way you will feel more just enchanted and relaxed while speaking and while listening to something like from your second language. Let's say you're watching news and your complete your complete attitude to that thing is immense, and you are following news, you understand everything, and that lays on your ears, on your mind, with large layers of those things being spoken in your second language, and then you feel those kind of like gratitude and relief after working hard on that. And when they come automatically, those English pieces, then you realize that you're on the right track. Correct me if I'm wrong. And that's it about tonight. I won't be ranting for too long in this video session of tonight, and keep practicing, keep doing your own things in your lives, and never quit doing those. Whatever, no matter what they say, keep doing your own things, and everything's gonna be lit with that. I'm telling you, I've been there. Thanks for your attendance on my channel and for being in my life. I'll be with you as soon as I can. See you all in a while. Thanks again. See you all. Bye.